game of the season with Russell Martin's era now officially up and running. I am Scott Carney, I'm joined by Ali Pearson. Ali, today probably wasn't really about performance levels, it was more about seeing different things, and safe to say it was a tale of two halves.
It was definitely a tale of two halves. When you've seen the starting lineup, it was what it was. If you want to say, there's a lot of players in there that won't be, or you hope won't be at Rangers when the transfer window closes. So, it was a weird one. A lot of the new players weren't obviously in the squad today. They're only just in the door. I think they've only had a few days training with Rangers, so you don't expect them to be there. So, there was a few ghosts from the past, if you want to say, arrived back in terms of like Kieran Cole, Cortez come back and Danilo through the middle, Leon King at the back. So what we've seen today we'll never see again in the Rangers team in terms of players that start.
I hope you're right. I genuinely hope you're right. The starting 11 was Kelly, Aarons, Proper, King, Jeffrey, Barron, Dow, Raskin, Cortez, Curtis and Danilo, with it really looking like a 4-3-3 really when we first initially set up with it. But there's players in there that I didn't think I would see again, I'm not going to lie. The likes of Dow, the likes of Robin Proper, King even can go on into that bracket as well. It's not guys I expected to see. However, I'll say into the game itself, and Rangers were poor. That first half, and I know it's pre-season. I know that Russell Martin made warning that the players were coming into the game with a bit of fatigue because they've worked so hard. However, it was the same mistakes. It was the same. We did, as a Rangers support mate, we learned absolutely nothing in that first half about the current team or how even Russell Martin chooses to play. Proper, Jeff Day, Danilo, Dow, Cortez, for me, just didn't show anything.
Yeah, it was as if I just walked back to last season and was watching the same dross, and the guys you've rhymed off there, Carney, Rob Proper,
he's terrible.
He's just not good enough.
Yeah,
You know he's not good enough. Jeff Day and banging the drum with him for God knows how long. He's not good enough defensively. The left hand side is something we need to look at for me going forward, because him and you'll probably come on to Yilmaz are not good enough today.
No.
That's something you need to look at. Up top, Danilo, you know my thoughts on Danilo. Again, isn't good enough. Cortez, we've got to see him. We've paid reportedly €4 million for him. We've got to try and get something from him. I don't think he was great again. I think he lacks belief. He doesn't want to go buy a player. It's the same players. Kieran Dibble, what is he? There was one burst he had in the first half which was alright. Leon King, again, not good enough to be at Rangers. So a lot of players that he's probably throwing in there, because he's not got the new players in the door that he can put on the park, that aren't going to be at Rangers. And if it was a short window to try and get rid of these guys, I think we'll struggle to get rid of some of these guys because they're just simply not good enough. And who's going to take them off their hands, Carney? Because if you're looking at them right now, you're going, Robin Proper as an example, not bashing him individually.
I would. I'm happy to be honest.
In the first half summed up, he strolled out with a ball.
Which part of what Russell Martin is trying to do, yeah. We've seen it that he wants the centre halves to bring the ball forward. Robin Proper is not that guy. He's not a guy for that job.
He flicked a ball over a guy's head, thinking he was begging there at the back there,
and then
booted out the park. And we all laughed and went, oh,
summed up the first half.
Yeah.
He was responsible. He fundamentally, the first goal comes from Robin Proper bringing the ball. Ali's right, bringing it into that.
He's caught all the time. The guys spun him all the time.
Can't make a 5-yard pass, really can't, and then they break forward and score. Brugge's second goal, the finish is honestly brilliant. What a strike it is, a cracking strike. That's fair enough, but it's still errors in the lead up to the goal. But again, cracking strike, you can't be too overly critical about it. But in terms of Rangers, they're saying, I know it's okay to say Brugge are a good team, and they are. They're well organised, they moved the ball very well, they moved Rangers about. They toyed with us in that first half. I don't think there's any getting away with it. But there was nothing from Rangers at all, honestly. Attackingly, there's nothing there. Then with the front three that we had on, there just isn't. I would say that's probably a wee bit too harsh on Curtis. I think he by far was Rangers' brightest player, probably throughout the 90 minutes tonight. I thought he faded towards the end, but it's pre-season, you would expect that. But I thought he was the most
He tried.
Yeah, he tried. He was the one that looked most positive for me. I didn't think anybody else really offered anything, especially Danilo. I just don't get it. And these people that keep saying, oh, Danilo needs runs, he needs this, he needs that. Danilo is not the answer in my opinion. And I know that's the first game under this new regime, but he didn't show me anything to think otherwise, he really didn't. But yeah, a pretty poor half to watch. It was a tough watch for that second half, and it finished 2-0 to Bruges. Boos at half time, I'm again a wee bit baffled. Welcome back to Ibrox.
Welcome Russell Martin.
People booing, I was like, well, I don't really think that's the way to be doing things. A bit of a strange one. Anyway, we went into the second half and obviously a number of changes. And Ali's done a very good job there, very good job. Butland, Aarons, King, Tavernier, Jeffrey, Rice, Diomande, Bajrami, Curtis, Cortez and Danilo was the second half lineup. Ali, we said within about 7 minutes of the second half, what a difference James Tavernier makes. This is why I never understand the criticism of him, because I thought as soon as he was on the park, I thought there was composure, I thought there was direction, I thought there was... I know Martin slightly changed things. I need to get Adam Thornton on and so he doesn't slate me for it, but Rangers kind of man-marked when we were out of possession, when they were bringing the ball out, even from a goal kick, the way we were trying to press, high, I do get that. But with Tavernier, even at right centre-half, I thought there was a composure from us that was non-existent in that first half.
Yeah, I thought, Bruce did make a lot of changes the second half as well. So
wait for the comment from Curryman, so just to pop up.
Bruce made a lot of changes, so they were probably slightly weakened from the first half, but I thought we went up a level in the second half. It's hard for me playing right centre half. I thought he was very good. He was good there last season for me. I thought he was decent there. In the position we may see him this season, he's composed. I thought he read the game well. There's other players who come on it too, which I thought up the levels for us too, but we looked a different team in the second half. It's just bringing on a bit of quality. I mean, you look what we had on the first half. For me, it's dross half here. You take that off and replace it with decent players, and you see what you get in the second half. I thought the cliche thing, it was a game of two halves. I thought the first half, Bruges probably should have been with 3, potentially 4-0 up the first half.
Yeah.
Second half, I thought we were the best team. Bringing these players on, it upped the tempo for me. And Tav was, just talking as an individual player, I thought he was very good in the second half.
I think it's something we're going to see. I do. I think if everybody's wondering why Aarons has been brought in and what's going to happen with James Tavernier, I think the chances are he's going to be an option at right centre half for Rangers. I know Bruce didn't do very much in that second half, they didn't, but I think it's something you'll see, especially in your run-of-the-mill games at Ibrox during the season, against the lesser teams of the league. I think James Tavernier at right centre half is something that we'll need to get used to, but I thought he made a massive difference. I really did. I just thought there was composure there. Obviously Fernandez as well coming on. He is massive. I mean, absolutely.
Especially when Yilmaz is to the left of him.
Honestly, absolutely massive. But immediately I think you seen even with Diomande being on the pitch, how further up the pitch he was, and it was him obviously that got us the first goal to bring it back into it. You can definitely see a change in what we were doing previously. Even from the first half, you could see more of an implementation of what Martin was trying to do in that second half. We are pressing high up the pitch. We are, as soon as we get the ball, we're trying to get players forward. It is early days, that's the nicest thing I can say about it, but Diomande took the ball very well. He took the goal very well.
No, he did. We're moving the ball quicker as well. Kind of first touch passing, but no, the goal for Diomande, he was a fantastic strike for Diomande. He was screaming out for us for Diomande because we've seen it from him previously. But no, it was a great ball to, I'm trying to think who it was. I don't know if it was Cortez, somebody in the comments will know, but good ball out to him, and he lashed it away lovely.
I think Barami was involved in the build-up as well.
And it was, it was good. Again, Diomande, I think he's a player that could go up levels. There's some good decent players around about him. Rothwell wasn't there, Raskin wasn't great today, but then again look what's round about him. So I think Diomande could be good this season with the decent players around about him.
And we brought on and again more players even after that. We had Hutton come on the pitch, we had Gentles come on the pitch. Who else am I missing from that? McCausland come on, and Ridvan came on for Jeffrey. Ridvan again, he's now number 33 and Aaron just took number 3. Read into that what you will. I think that tells its own story, because why would he agree to change his number? I'm not really 100% sure. I think he could be close to the exit door. First we've seen a few of the players really, and Rangers really continue to try and implement what the style that Russell Martin was after. But one guy that I think we have to talk about, mate, is Barami, and he's one guy that I didn't want to see today. However, there was a difference in him today. The way he was dropped a little bit deeper. A few of the passes that he made, we both looked at each other, we were sitting next to each other today, and I was like, that's a great ball. I was like, that's something we've not seen from him, and he's responsible for that second goal. Bursts forward, mate, shrugs that guy off, keeps breaking forward, gives it to Curtis, who calmly puts it away, mate, to make it 2 each. Curtis, I thought, deserved his goal, but all credit to Barami here. If this is what we see from Barami going forward, and he's the guy that's going to get a rebirth under the new regime, I'm all for it. I thought he was quietly impressive today, and I know there's not a high benchmark from him previously, but that's all you're asking for players like this season. Shows something different, shows a step up, and I thought he did it.
Yeah, there's always one player that you've written off when a new manager comes in that he gets something out of. Russell Martin did say that when he came into Rangers, that there's always somebody that surprises him. Barami is in that kind of group of dross that I've been going on about in terms of last season.
I wouldn't have been upset if I didn't see him play for Rangers again.
No, I know, but he came out and he looked like he gave a shit today.
He did.
And I thought he was very good. The way he turned with a ball, the way he fizzed the ball out wide all the time, the way he broke the balls, I thought he was very impressive today. I'm not going to get carried away as a friendly right now, but he showed more than enough for me, Barami. I thought he was one guy that may just put the tools down this season and look for another way, but from what I've seen that second half, he looked like a guy that wanted to be here. He looked like a guy that wants to fight for his place, unlike certain players in the first half that did absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
But of the players that we've probably written off last season, and there's a lot of them, he showed something for me today. He was the only one, I would say, out of all the players that most Rangers fans have written off, that I think he showed what we thought we were getting last season with Barami. And no, I played well Barami, but again, I'll caveat with it's a pre-season.
It is a pre-season game, but I think after the first half, I didn't see a 2 each coming. I'm not going to lie, I thought they'll probably comfortably beat us here. Maybe add a third, maybe add a fourth. I generally had that feeling around it. But Rangers' second half performance was much better. It's all about building things at this stage of the season. And we're not saying, I'm not writing off Russell Martin, I'm not writing off this, and I'm not predicting anything at all. But you want to see something, you want to see moments of positivity, and in that second half I definitely think we saw it. I think Curtis looks very promising, he looks ready, he looks like a guy that wants to take the opportunity with the new manager coming in, which I am absolutely all for. And even Barami, as I say, I was like, fair play to you, honestly fair play to you, because I wrote him off massively. So it's the first game, there's a long way to go, don't get me wrong, but it's a start and it's where we are. So we're now going to go from this into the pre-season training camp. Now Rangers go into the pre-season training camp. I would imagine there's a few games behind closed doors coming up. But yeah, we're underway now, it's up and running, and all eyes are pointing to the 22nd now for the game against Panathinaikos. Sorry about our pod tonight being soundtracked by Mr. Sean Apollo, and if you know what I mean, you know what I mean. It's pushing down outside, so we decided to do it inside. Match, can you pick one tonight?
Finlay Curtis got it from the sponsors.
I would agree before we got it.
They played the full game, so yeah. I mean, if you're going by first half, second half, there's maybe certain players you could say. This is a guy fanning about.
Honestly, man.
God, he could go somewhere else. But no, I'd probably agree. I'd probably give it to Finlay Curtis for the.
Careful. Put your teeth back in, Ali.
For the full 90 minutes. I thought he was good. Like you say, there were certain players in the second half I thought, Tavernier we talked about, Barami, I thought Mandy was good as well. Give him a Cosland again, second half. Not good enough. Again, I'm not bashing him, but he's not good enough. So
I don't think it's bashing him by saying it's not bad. He isn't good enough.
Say what you see.
It's just a fact.
Say what you see, that's what it is.
We're not lying to you, put it that way.
As a team going forward, and he plenty of time to do it. The window's months to go. Need a couple of strikers. Need a right winger.
Need a striker.
Potential left winger as well. Obviously the centre half probably coming next week as well. So it'll be interesting when we play Panathinaikos, the starting lineup, because you can't take much from today, but there was positives in the second half.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that's the only way I can say it. You can't, not going to read too much into it, but I want to see something in the second half. I seen that wee bit of something where I thought, fair enough, I can kind of get an idea about what's happening. It is very early days. Russell Martin had said that the players were going to come in fatigued, yes, but the first half, it was the same as we'd always seen, but you're going to get the same results using these same players. We know what these players are. Not every one of these players that were here last season is going to step up and make a change and prove us all wrong, but there will be one or two, and Barami was the one for me that I thought, there's something different that I've not seen from you, and it's probably something that I thought that I was going to see from. Obviously at half time we were introduced to Leo Cameron, Asagard and who else was there? Rothwell, who have still to come into it. So we're very much in the early days of it. But a 2-each draw, I think probably fair on the day. And Curtis for me really was the standout because he looked the busiest. He looked like he was working hard, trying to make something happen. And his touch seemed there, his levels seemed to be quite high. And I'll give it to Curtis for today. But yeah, there's not much more you can take from it. 2-each against Bruges. We move on now, and it's time for a few more signings, please, Mr. Rangers. That would be nice, and a few outgoings, very urgently. Thelwell's definitely got his work cut out for him. Ali, thanks very much.
No bother. Like I say, we won't be back at Ibrox till Panathinaikos on the 22nd. We've obviously got a wee trip down the water on Saturday.
Tune into Off the Pitch for content from that. And also Off the Pitch, we'll have stuff up from today later.
I'm hoping Robin Proper joins us on a trip down the water and we could leave him in Rothsay. We can leave him there so he can't go off the island. But no, it was good to be back at Ibrox today. I know it's only a pre-season game, but it was good to be back. It was good to be in the Viceroy as well, as we've done before.
Mate.
Me, yourself, Scotia, even the boys that come in, Craig and Stuart, etc. have been as well. So no, it was good to be back, and look forward to season starting. Yeah,
very much looking forward to it. We'll be back next week with Club Live before me and Alistair go down the water on the Waverley for his 40th, which I had to buy a ticket for to hide the fact that there was a surprise party for Ali. So it's my first time joining him. Ali, you've been doing this for how long have you been doing this now?
10 years.
10 years. So it's my first time in 10 years.
Scotia's not fallen off of you.
Not yet. There's always time. Scotia, sorry, he's feeling a wee bit over the weather, under the weather. I don't know how else we should say it.
He was on the Channel 2.0 if you want to see his
He's enjoyed the refreshment supplied by the Viceroy. That's what we'll say.
He's been in good form today.
Yeah, he's been good. Thank you for tuning in, everybody. Please like the video, subscribe to the channel, all the usual stuff, and we'll speak to you next time. We are Club at 22, the Rangers podcast. Cheers, everybody.